Man, listen, man, if you want to start growing in life, if you really want to start seeing positive changes in your life, you got to embrace discomfort. Like, it's the only way. It's the only way that you're going to be able to see change. It's the only way that you're going to be able to make a change because you got to understand we as humans, our brains and our minds are just naturally wired to push away and move away from change, to not want to do it. So you gotta understand that you're not going to feel comfortable when you're going through a period in a season of change. It's just not going to happen. You can't have comfort, you can't have pleasure, and you can't have purpose at the same time. It's either going to be you're going to chase your purpose and sacrifice your pleasure, or you're going to chase your pleasure and you're going to sacrifice your purpose. And you got to get to a point in your life to where you just say, man, you know what? I'm tired of that stuff. I'm tired of living the same old life. I'm tired of doing the same old things day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to the point to where, like they say all the time, it's either one day or day one. What does that mean? That means that you got to focus on the present moment, dog. Feel me? You gotta focus on the now. Focus on the now, bro. I'm telling you, live in the present moment. Wherever you are right now, whatever you may be doing. Anytime you focusing on something or you're doing an activity, focus on being present. For real. I'm telling you. Focus on the now, right? One day or day one. You gotta make a decision in the now though, that you're going to chase your dream, that you're going to do whatever it is that you've had on your mind for so long, that you've been thinking about for so long, that you keep putting off and putting off and putting off. You got to say, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to put all this other stuff, all the extra distractions, all the stuff that may be going on in my phone, that may be going on in my life. I'm going to put everything to the side. I'm just going to focus on this. That's the only way that you ever going to be able to take that first step. And a lot of people don't understand that the first step is the most important step, because that's when you finally take that step of faith, that leap of faith, right? That's the most important part. Most people don't even do that. And I'm telling you, once you get to the point, like I'm so like into my content now, and I'm like 6 months, 7 months in now, and I look back at all the other people who were around me and said, "Oh yeah, I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that," even if it wasn't content. And you look back and it's like they just haven't gotten anywhere. It's like, or they did and they they stopped. Feel me? And it's like I'm still going strong. You know what I'm saying? You gotta realize no matter what that most people don't even start. Most people don't even try. Most people don't even have an idea of what they really want to do with their life. Like if you're at the point to where you know what you want, to the point to where you've put it on a piece of paper and you know how you're going to accomplish it, you know where you are right now, you know where you want to go, and you know what you need to do to get there, dog, you are ahead of pretty much everybody, like 99.9% of people, especially in America. Because in today's world, I'm telling you, it ain't nothing but just distractions. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, poke at anybody and step on anybody's toes with certain activities, but that's just the reality of it. It's just so many distractions with social media and just the outside world, trying to keep up with the trends and your friends and all the other things that are going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many things that you can get caught up on, that if you can maintain a strong level of focus, dog, you are going to go far. You're going to go farther than a lot of people. But the only way that you're ever going to get to that point is you have to get uncomfortable. Being comfortable, being uncomfortable. That is when you flip that switch. That's when you become the 1%, because you got to understand, in order to get ahead of 99% of people, you have to do what 99% of people are not doing. You can't be doing what 99% of people are doing and think that you going to be in the 1%. No. The 1% are simply the 1% because they are the 1% of people who are okay with standing out and not conforming to what the other 99% do. And that's why they're the 1%. So if you want to get into the 1%, you got to change your habits. You got to change your mindset. You got to change how you view things. So, what's the number one step to that? Is you got to change the mindset that success is supposed to be this easy thing that's supposed to just come at you simply just because you want it. Feel me? And I'll tell you guys this, right? So I don't know if you guys have ever read Think and Grow Rich. Most of you have probably, I don't know. If you haven't, I'll tell you pretty much what the main concept of the book is if you haven't read it. And it's this. It's that desire is the starting point of all achievement, and this is so true. You will go as far in life as you want to go and you are willing to work for. That's the problem. Is a lot of people have dreams, they have goals, they have things that they want in their mind, but they think that just because they think that they want it, just because they think about it, just because they desire it in their mind, they think that it's supposed to just come to them. And I'm here to tell you that's not how the world works. It's not how life works. If you have a goal, if you have a dream, you are going to have to work day in, day out, night in, night out. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot of time. You're going to have to sacrifice going out. You're going to have to sacrifice meeting up with that chick or that guy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to sacrifice being on the game. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be okay with that. That is what it takes. You have to get uncomfortable. That is an uncomfortable lifestyle. Is pushing away all the pleasures and all the desires and all the passions of everyday life to chase this one thing that you don't know for sure and you don't know is going to happen. Fam, that takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of grit. That takes a lot of belief and a lot of faith. And that's one thing that a lot of people do not have in today's world is faith. Faith, faith, faith. You need faith, right? What is faith, right? Let me see if I can get my AirPods case so I can show y'all, right? I'm going to tell y'all what faith is, right? So faith is Hebrews 11 verse 1, right? I don't know if y'all can see that, right? I got it engraved on my AirPods. What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and it is the evidence of things not seen. Why is that important to know? Faith means literally that I can't see this thing. I don't know where it's going to come from. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going. I don't really know what I'm doing. But no matter what, I believe that I'm going to get there. I believe that I'm going to receive this thing. I believe that I'm going to achieve this thing. You know what I'm saying? I believe that I'm going to achieve this thing because I believe in myself. All of the stuff that I just said is unseen. You can't see it. You can't see your dream. You can envision it in your head, but you can't physically see it. And that's the beauty of it. You know why? Because the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Remember that. That's why having faith is so important because it's eternal, right? The things that you can see, they only take you but so far because sight only takes you so far. That's why the Bible says, you know what I'm saying? That's why you say you got to walk by faith and not by sight. You got to walk by faith and not by sight. I'm telling you, that's the only way that you're going to be able to go any long distance in life, any significant distance in life is being able to walk by faith and not by sight. So many people, they got to see it first before they believe it. Walking by faith is believing it before you see it. And that's how I was with my channel. That's how I was with this, right? Feel me? I'm about to hit 100 subscribers, dog. Like that's like saying that sounds so crazy to me. Like I remember when I first started, I had like 4, 5, and I'm almost at 100. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, that's not like a million or 10 million, but I look at some of these channels and some people haven't even gone that far. I looked at a channel and they have like 160 videos with like 20 subscribers. And that you know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing good. Feel me? I'm doing good, but it's not about me. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to boast, but I'm saying that for the fact of I envisioned being here one day. Even just this, I remember saying one day I'm gonna have 100 subscribers. Feel me? I'm gonna get 1,000 view video, 2,000 view video, and now I'm doing it. Right? If I would have made my first video, it would have been like, oh, it's not doing good. The second video after that did worse. Third video after that did worse. If I would have just looked at those videos and been like, oh man, it's not coming together, it ain't happened yet, and gave up, I would have never got here. I'm telling you, I would have never gotten here. And this is just the beginning. Feel me? Like this is just the beginning. I'm telling you, y'all gotta walk by faith. You gotta be okay with standing out. I'm telling you, you gotta be okay with being different. People are going to hate on you. People are going to talk bad about you. A lot of people are not going to believe in you, right? A lot of the people around you are not going to support you. And all those things are uncomfortable. They're very, very uncomfortable. But if you're strong enough, you're strong minded enough, and you got the spirit, you got that in your spirit enough that you can push through that stuff, you can do anything. You can go to any length in that goal, in that dream, in that success that you want to attain. I'm telling you, nothing will be impossible. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible for the one who believes. All you got to do is believe. I've been saying that since day one. You can go back to my first video, dog. I'm telling you, like, I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. I'm being 100% transparent with y'all, and I've been that way since the beginning of this channel, dog. Feel me? All you got to do is believe. Just look at me and look at what I'm doing. Feel me? I'm still getting started. I ain't really made a whole bunch of progress to where I really want to go, but I done came a long way. I done came a long way, man. And we just getting started. You just getting started. I'm talking to you because this ain't about me. I made this video for you. Feel me? Whoever you are, you just getting started. Don't give up on yourself. Keep going. I don't care what nobody say. I don't even care what you be saying to yourself. Because you got to understand that you be your biggest enemy sometimes. I be my biggest enemy sometimes. I be the main one that be holding me back from a lot of my success sometimes. I be the main one that be telling myself that I ain't going to succeed before anybody else has even told me that I ain't going to succeed. So I know that you may be doing that same thing too. And I'm telling you, if you doing that, you got to get out of that habit, bro. Stop telling yourself that you don't want the things that you deep down inside you want. You just setting yourself up for a one-way ticket to depression. I'm gonna be honest with you. You setting yourself up for depression, dog. Tell yourself that you want these things. Tell yourself that you can do these things. I don't care if there's nobody else around you telling you that. You got to tell yourself that. Believe in yourself before you have any reason to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself before anybody else believes in you, because that's where it starts. It has to start from within. All of this starts from within. You got to have it from within. It has to be within you. If it's not within you, then it ain't gonna come out of thin air. Feel me? You gotta push through. I'm telling you, it's a fight. It's a journey. It ain't easy. This journey is not for the weak. It's not. It's gonna be a lot of pain. You're gonna be up a lot of nights and you're gonna be like, man, am I making the right decision? Am I doing the right thing? Like everybody else is blowing up, everybody else is succeeding in the same thing that I'm trying to do. Why is it not coming together for me? Why can't I get it right? Why can't I put the pieces together? You're going to have a lot of moments to where you feel like that. You're going to have a lot of moments to where you feel like that, dog. I'm telling you, from my personal journey, from my personal experience, man. But I'm telling you, above all else, the thing that you're gonna regret the most, the thing that you're gonna look back on your time and on your life in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now, I'm telling you, you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, damn, the thing you're gonna regret the most is not trying, is not giving it 100%. You're not gonna regret failing, because failure is temporary. Failure is not fatal. Success is not final, but failure is not fatal. So you ain't gonna regret failing. You're gonna regret not trying. You're gonna regret not giving it 100%, not giving it all that you got every single day. It ain't about feeling good every single day. Most of the days that I come up and I'm on my stuff and I'm doing most of the things that I do, I don't feel good. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to get up and move around and do all this stuff and put in all this effort. And that's okay. You got to understand that that's okay. That's when your transformation is going to happen, is when you realize that that's okay. When you realize that that is just a step in the journey. It's not a roadblock. It's not meant to be a roadblock. It might be a little bit of a speed bump. You might have to take your time going over it and make sure that you don't mess yourself up. But I'm telling you, it's a part of the journey. You can't get rid of it. It's going to be bumps in the road. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be cracks. It's going to be things that you got to worry about and look out for. Nobody said that this journey was going to be easy, that this road was easy. It's very narrow. Narrow is the path that leads to success, that leads to greatness, right? But wide is the path that leads to destruction, that leads to nowhere, that leads to mediocrity. That's why a lot of people go down that road, because it's so lucrative and it's so wide and it's just so much opportunity. You can use so much freedom and you can do whatever you want and you can do all this stuff. You don't have to conform to anything. But how many people go down the narrow path, the path that they may have to walk down by themselves? The path that they can't really see where they're going, because it's a whole lot of creeks, it's a whole lot of turns and twists and turns and obstacles and things come along in the way. How many people are willing to go through that? Not a lot. So I'm telling you, if you're one of those people, and I know you are, especially if you're still watching this video at this point, man, listen, if you're still watching this video, I need you to, first of all, I need you to hit that like button. And then I need you to go ahead, I need you to comment, I'm still here. Go ahead and hit I'm still here in the comment section, man. But I know that if you still here, I know you got that character about you. I know you got that dog in you. I know you got that fight in you. I know that there's something within you that you know that you feel that you got something more within you. You got something more to give. You got something more to bring out. That you ain't see your full potential yet. There's still something that you could be given, something that you could be doing, something that you could be producing. And I'm telling you that this video is confirmation for you that you're right. But what you got to do is you got to get over your fear of failure. You got to get over your fear of criticism. And you got to get over your fear of what other people think about you, especially, and listen to me when I say this, dog, especially if that person ain't trying to do what you doing, number one. And number two, they ain't trying to do nothing they self. And number three, they ain't doing better than you, fam. Do not listen to nobody like that, dog. I'm telling you, people like that, they're negative. They are energy drainers. They just like to bring other people down because they down. They like the crab that just pull you, everybody, all the other crabs down in the barrel. Feel me? You don't want to listen to people like that. They don't got nothing going on for themselves. They ain't trying to do nothing. They ain't trying to prove their life. You know what I'm saying? You can give them their little 2 cents, let them put their little 2 cents in, but that's it. For real. This journey is not easy. This journey is not easy. It's not for the weak. I'm telling you. But if you're willing to persevere, if you're willing to have patience, man, patience is a virtue, dog. If you're willing to have some patience, if you're willing to sit there and you willing to understand, and you have the understanding, you got the mindset of, look, I'm planting the seed to my success, and I'm planting the seeds to my success, but I got to be patient with it, because you got to think about a seed, right? A plant. You don't just put a seed in the ground and it sprout up out of nowhere. Like, what do you think this is? Jack and a beanstalk? Like, that's not how that works. It's a fairy tale. But that's how a lot of people, they think about success. They think that they're supposed to put this seed in the ground and it's supposed to sprout up and it's supposed to be this beautiful plant that brings all this fruit in 30 seconds. They might give it a couple minutes, and when it don't happen in the time frame that they said it, they give up. They don't understand that for a plant to grow, number one, you got to put it in the ground. You got to plant the seed, right? Then what else does it need, right? It needs water. It needs sunlight. It needs space to grow, right? And that's, I want to point to the words, that last part, that space to grow, because that's going to lead me to that my next point, and it's going to be that when it's time for you to elevate, you got to isolate. Whew. Yeah. When it's time for you to elevate, you got to isolate, right? Same thing with going back to my analogy with the plant, right? If you put a plant in somewhere where it don't got enough space to grow, it's not going to grow. It's not going to be able to reach its full potential, right? Same thing with you, right? When you plant in that seed, you are the seed, right? Whatever it is, your talent, whatever it is, you are that. That is your seed, right? When it's time for you to grow, you got to separate. You can't be around everybody. You got to be able to move away. You got to give yourself space, right? And then whatever that is, you got to be watering it. You got to be making sure that it's getting sunlight. That means you're paying constant attention to it daily, weekly, monthly. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you got to give it time to grow. It takes time. Everything starts slow in the beginning, right? Rome is a beautiful city. Rome was not built in a day. I know y'all have heard that quote time and time again. Rome was not built in a day. So why do you think that? Why do you expect your Rome, whatever that is, whatever goal, whatever destination, whatever vision that is for you, why do you think that Rome is supposed to come in a day or in a week, right? And just because it don't come in a day or in a week, don't mean that it's not a good idea. That don't mean that you shouldn't keep going. Even if it's not working in the beginning, keep going. I'm telling you, it's about perseverance. It's about endurance. If you're not willing to endure, you'll never be able to reach the finish line. You got to understand that it's a marathon. A lot of people think that it's a sprint. Like, you're supposed to just, oh, that's why they're trying to catch all the shortcuts. They try to do all this stuff. They try to cut corners and stuff because they trying to run around like Sonic the Hedgehog. That's not how it works. You're going to tire yourself out and get nowhere doing it because you're trying to cut corners. You don't even realize you pretty much just going in a circle because there's certain things that you got to push through. There's certain things that you got to go through in order to reach that new level, in order to get to that next stage. There's certain checkpoints that you got to go through first. Feel me? A lot of people don't understand that. But if you're one of those people, I'm telling you today, you are going to be very successful in whatever it is that you do. You may not be successful next week. It may not be next month. It may not be 6 months from now. It may not be next year. It may take you 5 years. It may take you 10 years. Some people, it takes them 15 years. You just don't know. You got to have that long term mindset. You know what I'm saying? Be in this for the long run. When you tell yourself, yo, I'm in this for the long run, fam, I'm going to keep doing this as long as I need to in order to see and get to where I want to, then you're going to make it. You already got that vision. I know you do. Feel me? But that's going to be it for me in this video. If you enjoyed this video, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button because I'm about to come hard with this content. Let me know that y'all are rocking with this content. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share to somebody who could receive this message. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.